this video, we've been doing another Marvel Rivals character wish list, and we've got some crazy characters in this video. So go down below, comment what character you want to see in the game, and please make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're closing in on 1,000 subs. So the first character, as you can see on the screen, is Jean Grey, the Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix. And Jean Grey would be a crazy character in the game. Not because of the similarities that she possesses to Professor X, and even being more powerful. It's the fact of, I just feel like she would be super powerful. I think she will eventually be in the game one day, because if you haven't read the lore, Jean Grey is mentioned in the lore. It talks about like Storm thinking about her and wondering like what she's doing and things. So I think Jean Grey is a character that will be around at some point. But and I definitely think that she would probably be a duelist just due to how powerful she is. I can't think of her being a support or a vanguard. But being like a duelist, you would have, you know, she could have the ability to like go into someone's mind to like delay them from using an ability, or stopping people in their just from them moving. The possibility of Jean Grey with how powerful she is endless. But one thing I have thought about is her ultimate. And I think as her ultimate, she would have to turn into like the Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix. Well, not necessarily the Dark Phoenix. She could just turn into the Phoenix. And imagine that. Imagine seeing like a massive phoenix, like it making a noise, and when she turns into that phoenix, you can just literally, she can create like an explosion of like fire or some type of explosion like in her radius. And if you're caught in that radius, you're pretty much dead, unless you're like a vanguard with a lot of health, and you're pretty much took down to 0. So yeah, I think Jean Grey definitely could be a character in the game, especially with the more X-Men we see. She'll definitely fit in, and she needs an X-Men 97 skin like you can see on the screen. So moving on to the next character, which is definitely a vanguard, is Kingpin. Kingpin is just a beefy character, and with how big he would be in this game, like his stature and just his build, he should definitely be a vanguard, because he'll be tanking, you know, so much damage. He would be, you know, you wouldn't give him the same amount of health as Hulk, but you would put him up there. And the thing about Kingpin is his like innate abilities. Like you don't think of Kingpin of really having abilities, but if you've read the comics or you've seen the shows, like he can take a lot of damage. Like, you know, he can get shot and all these types of things, and he's pretty much fine with it. Like his resistance, like I don't know, it's like his skin's like reinforced. Like he just doesn't take damage as much as other people, and that could be like one of his abilities, or like passive ability. A passive ability could be that he just takes like less damage over time, but like if it's happening ongoing, then he will just start to take normal damage. Or you can have an ability where you press the button and it could last like 10 seconds, or 5. Maybe that's a bit overpowered. But during those seconds, he's just taken like 5% of what the damage should be. Kingpin definitely could be, and he is really strong. Like he's like hand-to-hand combat, he'd probably be taking like a lot of hits off you. Like, you know, with Hulk, he just wouldn't have like any other additional abilities to use, you know, as to like a primary attack or secondary attack. But Kingpin could definitely be a vanguard in this game, and I'm hoping that one day we do get to see him. We have the Daredevil film series coming out next year. Will he come out, or will he be teased, or will Daredevil even come out? Who knows? Moving on to the next character, which could definitely be a support character, is Miss Marvel. And Miss Marvel's got tons, she has got tons of abilities. Miss Marvel with her bangles, and you know, there's just a lot that she can do as like a character. Like, to think of what her abilities could be is crazy, and like the little quirks that she could have as a character. And like her voice lines, there's just everything that molds in together that would make Miss Marvel a great character for the game. And probably one of the like the younger characters. She could be one of the first, and that could lead down the lines of having like the young Avengers. So you could then eventually introduce Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. You could then you know, introduce I can't remember the name of the other person, like Ironheart. Maybe start introducing Tommy and Billy Maximoff. There's a lot of people you could go down the line of doing the Young Avengers, but the one thing that I couldn't think of is what would her ultimate be. So if you can think of what Miss Marvel's ultimate would be, then please go down below into the comment section and leave a comment. Tell me what you think her ultimate could be. Because I was a little bit stumped as to what exactly it could be, unless I'm missing something obvious. But yeah, let me know what you think down below about Miss Marvel as a character, leading on to the Young Avengers, and what her ultimate should be. So moving on to the final character, and that is Kraven the Hunter. And I would be really excited to have Kraven the Hunter in the game because, like I'm saying, he could be like a sneaky character that stalks people, like in the game. And I say stalk, like the maps aren't too big, but he could be playing like the outskirts, playing the flank. He can have abilities where he sees people's footprints, or he sees like sees scent of like where people have gone. So if you don't see them directly, he might see a scent like, oh, they went to the left or they went around this door. He's also really strong. Like his combat, like his primary attack could be his fist, could be using like his knife. He's also really fast as well, and he could have like a primal instinct type ability where like he then just like becomes like crazy, like overcharged, like gets an increase in damage, and his movement speed gets increased. I think he probably should be able to climb up the walls as well. And if you're going off like from the comics or like the old Spider-Man programs, he has like a spear. So he could use that as well. But yeah, guys, that is the 4 characters for this wishlist video. There probably won't be a wishlist video for a while unless it gets good reception and you guys want to see it. So let me know down below if you guys have enjoyed the video. Please hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. And yeah, I've been Az, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.